Sorry to interrupt your normal programming. This is President Stipe Hiralton with an important message pertaining to the Olympics of Brazil in 2016. Please do not tune out as it contains vital information.
Hello, this is Kirsten coming to you live from BLN 7. Lately, the citizens have been divided over whether the Olympics should come to Brazil. Bringing the Olympics here would definitely result in both cultural and economic growth, as well as improvements in public services and conditions. But it could also result in increased crime rates as well as hostility between the rich and the poor. Let's tune in Michelle as she interviews a participant of the riot on Main Street to hear what people of Brazil have to say.
Hello, I'm reporter Michelle Essien with the BLN 7 News. Lately, Brazilians across the country have been divided over whether or not the Olympics should be brought to our native country. What do you have to say about this?
Well, I, for one, support the Olympics all the way. It would completely boost the economy, bringing business to our homeland. This would support hotels, restaurants, small businesses everywhere across the country.
A lot of the Caribbean's income is from tourists who actually come to enjoy the beauty of our environment. So, I also agree. If you have it, flaunt it. From my understanding, tourism brings money to our country, but how will it help those who don't even have jobs?
Well, that's the best part. Many countries like Mexico have been struggling to close the huge gap between the rich and poor. And through the increase of tourists, more jobs will be created. Tourism will bring the need for jobs to work in hotels as well as local restaurants and so much more.
Thank you for your valuable input. Back to you, Kristen.
So, as the activists explained, tourists would expand and boost our economy. With the money coming from the industry, we would find many ways to make Brazil better than before. Now, let's find another opinion on the issue.
Hello. We are here live with the future Olympic athlete, Christina, to hear why she wants the Olympics to come to Brazil.
Thank you, Michelle. Well, I'd love the Brazilian Olympics to come here, so my whole family can watch it live. I am an avid supporter of the Brazilian Olympics 2016 because of the ways it can improve life for all of Brazil.
And how is that so?
When the Olympics come to a country, the country does their best to clean up and appear decent to impress the tourists who come. Kind of like cleaning your house before visitors come. According to an article written by Science Daily, on August 5th, 2009, China, in preparation for the Olympics, began making an effort to improve the air quality. I imagine how bringing the Olympics here could investigate changes and improvements in our society. A Brazilian Olympics would mean an overall better Brazil, at least environmentally.
Thank you, Christina, for your passionate argument. Now back to Kirsten at the studio.
Thanks, Michelle, for your interview with athlete Christina. Now, let's go to Emma, who is a wise lady, who is an average citizen, to tell us more about the Olympics coming to Brazil.
Action.
Hello, Emma. How do you feel about bringing the Olympics to Brazil?
I feel that bringing the Olympics to Brazil is one of the worst possible things that can happen to our country.
Why do you feel this way?
Because a lot of us Brazilians are too different from the tourists that would come here to watch. As observed in many other tourism-supported countries in Latin America, like those in the Caribbean, the differences in wealth between poor locals and rich may result in tension, hostility, and violence between the groups. We do not need this type of trouble in Brazil. The poverty gap is large enough as it is, and we do not need to make it more obvious by bringing in rich individuals from other countries. I personally believe the tourists would not be safe. Events like this could result in kidnappings and increased crime rates targeted at the foreigners. I can't risk my family's welfare simply to bring money to Brazil. I am a wise 94-year-old woman. You should listen to me.
Thank you for your heartfelt speech. Back to you, Kirsten. Go.
It appears that the wisdom of Emma is true. Recently, the World Tourism Organization released that countries like Tobago and Trinidad are making their move to keep their countries more reliant on tourism for sustainable jobs and money for the country. They have also observed that in recent years, as tourism has grown, crime in this area has also skyrocketed by 30% over the last decade, and murder has increased by 293% between 2010 and 2016.
we hear a final word from our president, let us go to the library with a cultural specialist, Emily, who will explain why she feels the importance of Brazil hosting the 2016 Olympics.
Hello everybody. I support bringing the 2016 Olympics here to Brazil because of cultural benefits it would have on our country. There are many family-owned businesses and artists all over Latin America, even in Brazil. Without a proper education, these people do not have the skill set required to work well-paying jobs. However, they still have enough skills to learn money in the right circumstances. By increasing tourism in Brazil, we would create a market for these artisans to sell their goods at generating more income and helping. While the tourists are here, we would also share our culture and with them as well as they share theirs with us and bring new ideas. The culture of blending could help create innovations to advance our nation as well as preserve our traditions and ways of life for generations to come. The 2016 Brazilian Olympics would be extremely beneficial for our cultural history of Brazil.
My fellow Brazilians, the time has come for Brazil to truly branch out and make ourselves known by the world. By hosting the 2016 Olympics, we would be improving our economy and life within our country while playing a beautiful role in the history of our world. So let's work our hardest to make the Brazilian Olympics 2016 the best Olympics ever. Thank you and good night.